Hello, beautiful soul. We are here channeling some beautiful, helpful, powerful messages. Spirit of Palo Santo is here with us. We must recognize its presence and super grateful it is. The spirit of Palo Santo is assisting us and is present with us right now as I am channeling some beautiful, powerful messages. And these minerals and herbs and all these like Palo Santo and other herbs and crystals, they have beautiful energy. They support us. Truly, they support us, and we must acknowledge their presence and be grateful for them. The herbs that you eat, the spices, the colorful flowers around, they all support you in beautiful ways. Acknowledge their presence and be grateful for it. Thank it. And another beautiful magical thing that will support you is my magic paintings. I have already put my period blood over here, in my forehead because it will just help me. Now I'm just gonna get into channeling, okay? Spirit, let us know, like, what do you want all of us to know? What do you want us to, like, share to us? I'm suddenly seeing this lady that I hear on YouTube. Um, what about it, Spirit? What about magic? Spirit just said magic. And I'm seeing her face. I'm seeing her face right now. All of a sudden. And she channels zero. And I have never channeled any particular entity or I just pray and like have Mother Earth. Yeah, channeling from zero, she channels zero, but I don't want to channel zero, even though it's zero, her messages are so powerful, truly very powerful, very aligned, and they help me a lot, like a lot. So I, with all due respect, I wanna stay connected to Mother Earth, and I wanna receive messages from her, and that's what I wanna give. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that this, you know, who she channels zero, they are contacting me and they want me to channel them. But with all due respect, your messages have helped me, but right now I just want to honor my connection with Mother Earth and have her channel and have like stars and my inner child and my own wisdom. That's what I want to bring forth. But I'm truly grateful for you. I'm truly grateful for the guidance that I have always received through you, through that woman, because she channels zero. Yeah. But I really love you and I truly appreciate you, okay? Wow, this is, yeah. I love when magic like this happens. This is magic. Wow, this is zero, actually is magic. Um, the messages like that women, she's like, you can sense it in her, the way, just in her messages and all of that. Anyway, let's get back to, okay, let's talk about jealousy and comparison. um so jealousy and comparison, we all have heard, and it's very cliche, but it's very important, is a thief of joy. Okay, you we oh my god, I don't even know where to begin this with, but staying in your own magic is true happiness. When you are constantly focused on other things that people are creating, if you are getting inspired by it, if you have trained your mind and your the way you look at other people, if you have trained your eyes and your mind that when you are looking at other people, you are looking at them through the eyes of, like, inspiration, through God's eyes, how God will look at them. you know if you are looking at them in that way, good, because then you will be receiving inspiration. But if you're looking from jealous perspective and comparison, then it will not do any wonder in you. No wonder in you. And especially, like, when we keep checking what other people are doing, and it's a distraction. It's a distraction what other people are doing, what they are up to, just to fill that void, just to, or for whatever reason. It is not doing us any good. It is not doing us any good. It is just a distraction. It's truly a distraction, and it will stop you, it will hijack your creative forces. So stop doing that. Never do that ever again. Never, ever, ever, never. Okay. And or if you are checking upon other people, like, do this thing that I'm gonna tell you is, like, affirm to yourself, like, all the good that I'm seeing, all the good feelings that this person is feeling, I intend to manifest in my life as well. Dear God, all the good feelings, because it's not the exact thing that you want. Like, if you see a singer singing, it's not that you want to become a singer. Maybe sometimes, yes, you might, and then when you are watching that singer, you are just being reminded of your own creative expression. Okay, in that case, yeah, okay. But then in most of the cases, it's not that the singing that you want to do, but it's like, number one thing, that they are following their soul's expression. So you want your own unique soul expression to be discovered, to embody it. Another thing could be the innocence in their voice. So you want that innocence back in yourself, and that innocence for you, within you, might not come through singing. It might come through art, creativity. Another form of creativity could be dressing up, could be dancing, could be just like any other soul, because it's very different. And innocence, it's so beautiful when you see yourself, like, in your own innocence. Wow, beautiful. So yes, like, when you look at something, it makes you feel, and you want to feel that feeling, feel those good feelings, like, okay, this person is having fun with their friends. They can they are so in such a good place that they can treat their friends. For me, I'm giving you my personal example. When I look at other women, they have the freedom to you know invest in girl sisterhood, and they have the means and resources to treat other women, to cook together and all. Then I feel bad. I'm like, I only have food for me. I want to have invite my friends. I want to really treat and pamper the women in my life. I want to make them so incredibly happy, but I'm not able to. I'm yeah, and all these things that I think. So in my situation, when I look at other women, I'm like, my first thing is, I'm so jealous. I'm like, disgusting, and then I start to hate my life, and I don't want to do that, because I am beyond blessed. I am beyond blessed by God. truly, and I don't like doing it, and I will never do it ever again. You know, truly, I would never do that. Never, never, never disgrace God in that way by comparing my life to others so harshly. And I recommend you don't do that. Become present. Become present within your life. There are so many answered prayers in your life right now. And when you acknowledge, like, maybe it's the car that you want to drive, and someone else has it and you don't. Maybe it's certain kind of life or lifestyle or the quality of life other people have, and you don't. We want that thing, but we don't have it. And this happens in everyone's life. I have in so many ways. This is just the one example that I saw, like, like shared about sisterhood and all of that. You other people, this is just
Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super, super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful. And
one example. In other ways also, I have like different things. I'm like, yeah, anyway. So when we see the other people having what we want but we don't have, in those moments we really have to train ourselves. It's a training. It's like, really, we have to catch ourselves. Okay, I am getting jealous, and then breathe and just, like, remind yourself of, like, training yourself that, God, thank you for blessing me with all the good feelings that the person is feeling. Thank you, God, for blessing me. Like, when we start to get happy for others, that's when we start to manifest good things. And doing this, learning to be truly happy for others, it's a skill. It's a practice that you teach yourself over time. And how do you teach that? When you see, like, when you catch yourself getting jealous, in that moment, come back, breathe, and remind yourself that, God, thank you for blessing this beautiful human with such beautiful blessings. And dear God, thank you for blessing me as well with these beautiful blessings, because you are being grateful for it in advance, right? When we become grateful for something in advance, that's how we manifest. Today only in my journal I wrote, Mother, thank you for sending me money right now for watermelon. Thank you, that I could buy and eat watermelon every day. Dearest Mother, thank you for sending me money right now to buy and have coconut water every day. Thank you, Mother, for sending me money right now. That is making me feel so well taken care of. Really, really well taken care of. Thank you, Mother Earth, for sending me money right now to pay my rent of last 2 months and for the upcoming months. Thank you, Mother Earth, for sending me money to get my cold pressed coconut oil right now. I am being thankful for all these things in advance, you know and that's the secret to manifesting. And when we see, you gotta train yourself, really. It's a training that occurs. We learn to be jealous and to be hateful, to be living in that constant comparison. We learned all of these things by growing up around a certain kind of environments. Nobody was teaching us grateful mindset. So we have to start working on it, and you can do it uh, by having deep compassion for yourself. Because when you catch yourself like hating on other person, do you think that that can help you? No, that will not help you. That will not help me either. And I do catch myself doing that. But I have been retraining myself and I'm still working on it. You know? So, just give me a moment. I want to sit properly. Where's my water bottle? I'm thirsty. Stay patient, okay? Let your girl get hydration, get her hydration. Okay, send me donation. You know, if you want to honor my energy, if you receive positive messages and inspiration and guidance through my videos, if you are in a position to, if you are in a position to, send me then, you know. But if you're not in a position to, don't worry, you can like it, share, comment, you know, share my videos with your friends on your social media handles, all of those things that will help me. But if you are capable of sending me donation for my rent, food, my bills, my, just for me to feel very well taken care of and provided for, or to honor my, because I'm doing donation based work, right? So yeah, that's the correct way to have a proper energy exchange. Yeah, I'm only available, I want people in my world who are very generous with me, you know, highly generous with me on repeat, you know. Okay, now let's get back to the message. We are talking about deep hate, like literally disgustingly hate that we feel towards other people when they have something that we want, you know. Or when we are going through like the toughest times and they are having the best time of their lives, to just like find something to be happy about in your life instead of focusing on that. Because you know, that will like acknowledging your sadness is, yes, like one time I will give you my example. Krishna Das is a very powerful, beautiful, you know, musician who chant Hanuman Chalisa, and his music has really helped me. Now he was coming to Rishikesh, like where I live, and I saw a girl, you know, and I truly respect her. I really respect her and I love her. It's just so, and I know her journey. She, you know, her life's journey. Okay, and I genuinely respect her. And I wanted to go to Krishna Das, but I didn't had the money. And I saw her Instagram story, and she had the money, and she got the, what do we say, a ticket. And I was like, how is she always having so much fun? How is she like, she always have the money? How does she always like doing things that I want to be doing, you know? And especially in that moment, and I was just so upset. So I recognized my sadness, and then I was just like, cool, like it didn't bother me. And then I just went and did something that made me happy, like dressing up, going out, playing with children, dancing, making some art, you know. And then knowing that yes, in right timing, God will send me there. God will send me to every concert that I'm meant to attend. God will bless me with all the beautiful happiness that I'm meant to experience. But in those moments when that sadness is occurring, you know, that jealousy is occurring, that deep hatred is occurring, acknowledging it is very healthy, and then go and do something nice for yourself that you can, you know. And there is something nice that you can always do for yourself, always. It could be going for a walk to your favorite spot, you know. Yeah, and dancing is so much fun. Yeah, and doing something that you love. In that moment, when I saw like her having that Krishna Das ticket, I, that's what she wanted to do. Is that she loved it. So what I truly wanted was to do something that I truly love, right? So maybe in that moment it was not Krishna Das concert. Maybe it was for me to do something different, find something different, alternate, loving thing that I want to do. You know. So yeah, and did I talk about? Did I have I already spoken about singer? Like, if you see a singer singing in certain situation, yes, it is through them God is reminding you your of your own uh, creative expression or self expression, okay? But in some moment when you look at the singer singing, it's not that singing that you want to do, but it's through their voice, the innocence, the purity, that love that they are awakening. That's what you want to have happen, to experience it and to create it. So your prayer should be in that moment, dear God, thank you for blessing me with the uh, creative creations that are awakening love in this world, that are awakening innocence in this world, that are inspiring people to be, embody their innocence, become closer to their most innocent part. And yeah, and then being grateful for it in advance, like, God, thank you for creating something like that through me. Thank you, God, for blessing me with my own unique creative expression that is bringing innocence into this world, joy, love, that childlike wonder into this world. Thank you, God, for creating something through me that is making other people closer to their inner child. Or thank you, God, for creating something through me that is, you know, making women closer to their goddess energy. Or awakening love. Like, thank you, God, for creating something like, blessing me with the soul expression, creative expression that is uh, awakening love, deep love inside other people. Yeah, so my candle is gonna go off. But anyway, so summary of the video: when you find yourself hating on other people because they have something, that you want to have, or they are enjoying your life, like, the misery that you're feeling, it's not because they are having fun, it's because the way we are looking at is our the way we have to train ourselves to look in a rightly manner. And for that you have to say this prayer: dear God, I want to see this situation as you see it. Dear God, I want to look at this person as you look at them. Dear God, I want to look at myself as you look at me. Dear God, I want to look at this situation in my life as you look at it. For me, it's like, how will I cover the rent when I see, like, okay, my past 2 months of rent is pending, and I'm, right now as I'm making this video, I know God will provide, and do not panic when I share this, but I have to be really honest. If I have to, have my creative expression, it's just like being sharing everything honestly works for me. So as I'm making this video, I'm like, I only have 211 rupees, okay? And I wanted to have watermelon today, but I didn't, because I wanted to save that money. And yesterday also I didn't had watermelon. I was just eating a lot of dried foods like peanut butter, oats and all, and I'm grateful for it, but we need to eat fruits daily, right? So I couldn't, and I know God will provide. God will, do not panic, do not stress out. But like, why was I telling you this? Oh my God. Oh, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. There's a reason why what was going on. There was a conversation that was happening, and because of why I gave you this example. What was it? I will remember it. I'm gonna remember it. I'm gonna remember it in next 20 seconds. Definitely be here with me. Just be here. Um okay, when situations like this happen, no, that I am like left with like last to last money, last penny. You know, in situation like this, I don't want to make videos. I start to doubt myself. Then I start to doubt like whether I'm if I get start to struggle this much with the money and all of that. Am I even meant to make the videos and all of that? But anyway, I remember now. Before I start to make this video, I was like, I don't want to. God, if you want to me to continue to make these videos, and if this is my path, then you better compensate me, God. And God has compensated. Okay, in the last few months, God, the way God has supported me through my mom's death, through the like not being able to pay my rent, but also receiving the kindness and generosity from my landlady. Like there was no like any drama going on. She was just letting me stay, and she was just being kind and patient. And I kept telling her I would pay in 5 days, 7 days, next week, 20 days, and I couldn't. And then she was being patient with me over and over again. This is epic generosity from God. She was being just very calm, didn't put any pressure, any rush, just calm. It was such deep calm, even though I was going through a lot. Okay, so that was like a big support from God. And then I received donations to clear away one of my, month's rent, and then I received donations for my groceries, and also I got by. So I want to acknowledge that. And not, I'm not complaining, but it just I am realizing that I must be very well compensated. So that's what a conversation that I was having with God, that God, if you want to continue to make me like, if you want me to continue to make this video, and if it is the right path for me, then compensate me really well. There must not be any day where I should struggle about food, or feel like I'm not provided for, or all these things. I must be able to go get coconut water every day, fruits that I want to eat. If I want to feed other children, other people, I must be able to do that. I must be able to have my have my bank account, like have my bank account be overflowing with money. Constantly I'm receiving money, on repeat I'm receiving, and there is big chunks of money always available in my bank account, that I feel so well, so safe, so well taken care of, that I can already see my 12 months of rent, or my 5 years of rent already sitting there in my bank account. 5 years of grocery money that I would be requiring already sitting in my bank account. I deserve all of this. I deserve that safety and all of that. So create that for me, God. Support me if I am following your instructions, and if I am on the right path, which I know I am, because when I'm making the videos, I'm just like in this energy. Okay, so anyway, going back to the point, I was God. Anyway, I'm saying anyway, Lord. Let me center back. Let me center back. Let your girl breathe, man. So when I asked Mother Earth to send me, like, I was like, Being grateful. Where was I? Why am I forgetting like this? It's okay. It's okay. Uh, what just happened, guys? I have literally forgotten everything that I was talking about. Like I remember, I remember that I spoke about my desire, like okay, this much like support from God, I deserve it. But before that, I have completely forgotten. I know I was talking about jealousy and comparison. I'm gonna redo the thing, and I know like what's meant to be. So anyway, whenever you start feeling hateful and jealous of other people, in that moment, come back, come back to the blessings that you're blessed with in your life, and you're blessed with a lot right now. Okay, so start reconnect, like train yourself to see, um ask God, like God, show me, like God, how do you see me, how do you see this? Yes. Oh wow, wow, we got it guys, we did it. Thank you for your patience. So I was talking about, like, sometimes we can be in this situation, like I was in, like, my with my 2 months of rent due, and my grocery thing and all of that. And I asked God, like, God, how do you see this situation? How do you look at it? How would you treat this situation? Because the way I was looking at it, I was looking at myself in a very low manner. I'm like, I'm so disgusting that excuse me, that I don't have the money. I'm so disgusting. I'm worth nothing. I'm worth nothing. I felt like, oh my God, I'm just like, I was feeling that way. And I literally stopped myself, like, no, I'm not gonna think about myself in that way. No, I'm a star. I'm like such a magical being. I'm truly like, I'm like a unicorn, or like fairy, or some elf, or something so magical, or a star in a human form, genuinely. So why am I thinking of myself that way? But in that moment, when I looked at this situation, was making me feel very low about myself. So I said, God, how do you look at me? How do you look at me? How do you see this situation? And that is when, I was reminded of all the blessings that I was blessed with, and all these things. So, yeah, ask God. Like, whenever you catch yourself, this intense hateful situation, hatred coming on, jealousy coming on, just like breathe and ask God, like, God, how do you see this situation? How do you see me? Or like, start being grateful that, God, thank you for blessing this other human with these blessings, because we will not be happy. All the people that we get jealous from, if they wouldn't have had that thing, it would also not inspire us. Like, when I see other girls driving a car, I'm like, wow, that's so freaking hot. I want a car. I want that power that comes with having money and resources and skills. I want that power. So if I wouldn't have seen it, other person embodying it, I would also not become familiar with it you know and having right desires is very healthy. We can, as a human being, we can never be without desire, so we can be with right desires you know so if God is putting somebody in front of us, sometimes it's not the exact thing that we want. Sometimes it's not, I have shared this before, sometimes it's not the exact thing that the other person have that you want, but it's the feeling that they are feeling. You know, that power, the calm, the feelings of safety, yeah, all these things, that's what we want. And other times we want the exact same thing. So being grateful that God, thank you for blessing them with that. Because we would, all the people that we are being jealous of, if they were struggling, if they were in misery, in poor health, and in a deprived state, it will not make us happy in any way. Okay, so if they are being blessed and good, if you do not have the strength, and then don't watch them for your mm, peace. Don't watch their stories, don't look at them, or yeah, just like, anyway, I'm feeling sleepy now. Book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me if you want to, if you want psychic guidance, spiritual guidance, and channel messages, and like get into my 1 month of mentorship or 12 weeks of mentorship. If you want to process this jealousy, the hatred, the past shame, regret, fearful beliefs, or limiting beliefs that are keeping you small and keeping you out of your power. And if you want to step into your confidence, into your creative gifts, my mentorship is for you. Like, it's like magic. Be ready for magic when you start working with me. It will magic and like inner and outer glow up, and so powerful. Yeah, link of everything is in my bio. Yeah.